Hey y'all, I'm Yasmin and welcome back to Relevant Resources. So, social media giants could become pursued by the law due to mental health damage to U.S. youths. This is an article on Phone Arena by Stanislav Serbazov. I'm sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. All right, it says that a consolidated complaint is being prepared for submission in February, addressed to the North District of California. And it says that these tech giants are creating products and platforms that lead to mental illness such as anxiety, depression, and even eating disorders. All right, and then it had Facebook picture, but let's think about the big social media platforms. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's TikTok, right? So my thing is, should these platforms be held accountable for children developing mental illness and things like that based on what's going on these websites? Y'all comment down below. I want to hear it from you. So honestly, some people may not like my answer, but this is how I see it. And I don't know if it's because I'm, millennial or whatever, but I do feel like it's not just the responsibility of the social media apps to do something about what these children are seeing. I do feel like parents should be more involved into what their children have access to, because I remember growing up as a child. There were some things on TV that were not appropriate, age appropriate for me, and my parents would limit me seeing those type of things. So if you have a child and your child is on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and they are seeing all these challenging behaviors, and you see that these type of things are giving your child anxiety, depression, making them question their self-esteem, I feel like you as a parent, as an adult, should be intervening and monitoring what your child is doing online, what your child has access to. I don't know about you all, but I remember being a teenager and I had random phone checks. My parents would say, "Hey, let me see your phone," because I was like, oh my God, they just want to go through my stuff. But in reality, those were safety protocols that I feel were definitely appropriate, because as children, as children and teens, what do we try to do? We try to outsmart our parents, we try to hide stuff. And that could be the case with some of these children, but having parental controls, having limited access at night, you turn your phone in at 9 o'clock, you don't need your phone that late. Um, and some people may say, well, that's just too much. Well, you got to put your foot down somewhere. And these kids, I've been working with children for a long time in social services and in mental health. So, with that being said, each child is different. But at the same time, there are a lot of different maturity levels, and there are a lot of different factors that may play a part in your child's mental health and well being. So, I do feel like, hey, these companies should be taking more responsibility in limiting what's being put out there. I know sometimes I put up just a job saying, "Hey, this company right here is paying $45,000, and and it gets flagged as fraud or scams with me simply trying to help somebody get a job. So if these networks can flag that as fraud just because I'm trying to help somebody get a job. I mean, videos that are causing negative impacts to these children's mental health should definitely be flagged, and the social media giants should do something to monitor more of those concerns. So yes, and again, I also feel like adults, parents, also maybe just adults in general. Maybe schools can also play a part in kind of helping the way social media is introduced to children. Maybe they have some type of class from their counselors that say, hey, these are some things to look out for on social media. If it's making you feel this, that, or way, just bringing some education and awareness to it. So, and also one reason that I mentioned the counselors is because I work in schools too. So I remember at one point when there was this challenge where the kids were seeing it on TikTok and they were damaging school property. So that's why I'm saying, yes, social media has a big influence on these children, and I think that where children are should be also a place where they are getting more information and awareness about what's okay for social media, what's not okay, and parents should also be involved. Because again, kids spend most of their day at school, so I think that's a great opportunity to introduce some information about well-being and social media policies and things like that. But that's just me. And again, the counselors have no responsibility; they're not obligated. But I'm just thinking ahead. I have the mind of prevention and intervention. So I'm just thinking ahead to say, hey, there's an opportunity to talk about these things, to address these things, because some parents, come on now, again, y'all know what the type of line of work I do. Some people, parents just give the child a phone, get out of my face. I don't want to be bothered with you. Go play on that phone. So, so yeah, make sure you comment down below. I want to hear you all's thoughts. Everybody, please be respectful though. Let's agree to disagree or agree to agree, whatever. Either way it goes, let's be respectful.